Welcome back, everyone, to PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where we're playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I've got TheAkamura on guest commentary.
Yo!
And
That was close.
Yeah, and an unmiked live studio guest.
Yay! By studio, we mean living room.
Well, yeah, but I want to try to sound fancy. And TheAkamura just spent a chunk of her, between... Okay, yeah, I was right. A chunk of between episodes depressing herself and my studio guest by... Hello, text message. By Googling pictures of... What was it called?
The Gathering of the Juggalos.
The Gathering of the Juggalos at Hepatitis Lake.
That's your thing. That's okay. Just keep it far away from us. Like, far away from us. Like, please don't come near me.
So you can see here that if we chose, we could engage in fights with former bosses, which is just showing you as the name of the name of the area is Factory. Smithy here is just pumping out weapons to assault the Mushroom Kingdom. We need to put a stop to that. I think I will be able to get to Smithy in this episode, and then we'll have to fight him in the next episode. But from here on out, we're probably going to use the... Well, no, I think I'll put in the B team, since that way I can get magic back. Because when it comes to the booze, sort of need... Oh, yeah, nice job, Peach. Alright. Can you think of any other RPGs like this where they brought in, like, non-RPG characters to make RPGs? Because there was a... I know Mega Man had it. I think it was Mega Man Legends, that series. And there was... Didn't Sonic have... No, Sonic didn't have an RPG. He had games that looked like RPGs. Excuse me. But can you think of any others? I think this one was, like, that unique. That this kind of concept didn't even exist. And hasn't existed since then. And what the hell is up with that thing?
I'm like picking my brain.
Ew.
Pokemon. But that's really technically an RPG.
I was gonna say, it's already an RPG.
Not in this strict sense, though. Like, I think... What is it? Mystery Dungeons like that.
I have never played the Mystery Dungeon series.
It's kind of...
Am I missing out? Or is it just eh?
It's like a bizarre mixture between an RPG like this and like Fire Emblem.
A strategy RPG.
Yes. It's very interesting. I think the demo's still available for Gates to Infinity.
I need to look into Fire Emblem. Is now I'm mixed up. Is Fire Emblem the same? Is that where Ike and whatever Marth came from Smash Brothers?
Yes.
Okay.
But
are
Marth
they...
was imported before the original Fire Emblem was, which is funny.
Oh, right. Yeah, because they appeared and, like, nobody knew who the hell they were other than the Japanese importers.
That is the trope. Marth debuted in Smash Bros.
Before, yeah, that's wacky. Is he like a recurring character? Is it a series, or is it like a whole new cast every time?
It's a whole new cast every time. Occasionally they have sequels, like Path of Radiance had an immediate sequel, because it was so darn good.
Interesting.
But I think... The original Fire Emblem had 2 sequels, I think. Or just the one. And then there's the remakes.
I'll definitely have to check those games out, because I've heard
it's like Tales of the Tales games. It's a different cast every time. Only it's strategy games instead of RPGs.
And the fighting system is turn-based, like grid combat, like Final Fantasy Tactics, correct?
Yep.
That's what I thought. I'll have to... See, I love Final Fantasy Tactics. I was not a big fan of the Disgaea series. Like, I loved the writing and the artwork, but the combat system bothered me. But I really enjoyed Tactics Ogre. I loved Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my favorite games.
In Fire Emblem, your range depends on not only what class you are, but your weapons as well.
That's interesting. I am very intrigued. I will definitely have to pick that up.
For comparison, melee weapons obviously only hit 1 square in front of you.
Right. Yeah, that's the way.
Magic hits 1 to 2 squares in front of you.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Bows will only hit 2, or if you have a longbow, 3 squares in front of you.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So here we're fighting Boyer again. And this is probably a game trope, but I always enjoy it when you fight bosses who gave you trouble before and you just mop the floor with them on the redo. Just, you know, that's how much you've grown as a player or as a character or whatever. So this fight is like nothing, as you can see. Few turns, he's done. Mallow slept through the whole thing, literally. Good job, buddy. Way to contribute. And then here are the Axum Rangers again. I'm gonna have to go through them. They even get the alternate boss theme, and yet they're not all that strong. Other than the fact that the Black Axum Rangers can double hit me. Intriguing that we're just not saying anything at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
Oh, the fight? Ah. What the? Okay. Didn't realize the fat ones are invincible to magic.
Good to know.
What's interesting to me is that that Mallow is, even though I have not boosted his attack at all during his level ups, his attack with his ultimate weapon is comparable to, like, Bowser's, which is kind of sad. Or not. Thanks for making me look like an ass in front of my audience, Mallow. God, I hate you. Hate Mallow. Hate Mallow.
You suck, Mallow.
He does. Him and his cloud face. They just irritate me. So there's... Oh, that's pink, green, and red. But they're not painted yet. We're getting closer to the factory itself as we try to get these guys before they're painted and they're just still metal and crap. Ah, damn it.
Metal
I should probably
Mario.
bring in the A-team. This is going to be a long one.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, when they're mushrooms, I can't do anything. Like, all buttons are locked. They get a few hit points back per turn, but that's all I can do. I think I can block attacks, though, if they hit me physically.
It looks like they're glaring to the side.
Who? What?
Mushrooms.
Glaring to the side?
Yeah, it looks like they're all looking to the right and glaring.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like,
Because of the
this is-
shadowing?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, we have to bring in the A-team. Ah!
They're all, this is your fault, stage left.
Alright, thank you, Mario. Okay, okay, it was her who hit me with stupid pedal blast. Let's get her out of here. Okay, Mallow is useless. That's good to know. The timing for that one's weird. Ah, hopefully you have the energy to stay up for the rest of the session.
I need caffeine.
You need caffeine.
I
We
need
will
caffeine.
go to Speedway, I promise.
Do they sell drips at Speedway? Like, IV drips?
You really want to stick a hypodermic needle in your arm?
I'm that tired.
You because we all know your adversity
Incredibly
to it.
irrationally afraid of needles, yes.
Yes. All right. We've got the classic team in rather than the A team. I don't think I need Gino's boost, but I definitely need Bowser's offense here. Oh my god. You're right, these fights are boring. These bites are boring. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, that's useful.
These blanks are blanking blankly.
They are. Also frying pan. Look at that. Look at that damage. She hits for like triple what Mallow does. I take back what I said before. Mallow is useless. Except for magic. And even then, that's very limited usefulness.
That's the second yawn in like as many minutes.
But what kind of scares me about this whole thing, if you think about how creepy this whole situation is, we fought the Axum Rangers, and they were obviously sentient. They had their own thought.
Sentient.
Yeah, they had their own feelings, their own thoughts, their own little catchphrases, their own memories. And now we're fighting an army of them. So does that mean the original Axum Rangers we took out were mass-produced? Or is it just that, you know, we're fighting things that were based off their models? Either way, it's kind of creepy. Smithy is one evil dude, and we need to stop him before...
He's manufacturing souls.
He is, yes, exactly. He is manufacturing souls, and we need to end that mess. But luckily, we are on our way to do it. I always did find this last dungeon a little boring, and I think part of it was the color scheme. Like, it makes sense in context to me because you want everything to be drab and kind of gritty, especially given that you're basically going into a metal factory. But at the same time, it doesn't make for a very exciting game, especially when the rest of Super Mario RPG was so brightly colored and, you know, worked on a lot of pastels.
Yeah, now you're in this very gray, green area.
Right. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't quite fit the mood unless they were just intentionally trying to be jarring, which is possible, obviously. But, I don't know. It does seem something like, it does seem like something that Square would do.
It's very Silent Hill-esque as well.
I still need to play Silent Hill. I've never played any Silent Hills. I've watched you play Downpour, though. We need to...
Every time you shift to the nightmare world, the town tells you, you're in my world now.
We really do need to get your
I'm going to
going.
test the shit out of you.
Ugh. Just not into horror games or horror anything. Although it's not even really horror, but still. It's just not my cup of tea, generally.
Yeah. I need to get a hold of Silent Hills 1 through 4.
Have you played all of them, or just...
I've only seen Let's Plays, unfortunately.
Oh.
Downpour was my first, and I'm very happy that it was. Cause
Really? That seems like
Yes.
a series that you would go out of your way to get. Of course, you never had a PlayStation 1, did you?
No, I didn't.
Or a 2. Or a 3. So that would be... Oh, god damn it. So... That would make it pretty tough, because if I remember right, Silent Hill is a PlayStation exclusive, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So...
They do have it for the PC, I think, but...
Oh, okay.
Unless it's emulators, but...
Right.
Yeah.
But your laptop kind of sucks, too.
Yeah, Chunk's a piece of garbage.
Chunk is a chunk. It's a piece of chunk.
Yes. He's not even good for scrap metal at this point.
So whenever you get your own apartment, I'll be able to donate my PlayStation 2 to you, because I never use it. And plus, you could play Monster Rancher and be addicted to that for 5 or 6 years. I've thought about doing a Let's Play of Monster Rancher 2, because I've never... That's Monster Rancher also. Because I've never been able to beat Monster Rancher 4, and I really want to. It was the perfect Monster Rancher, which... It really doesn't surprise me that they didn't make any more after that, because they really didn't have anywhere to go, I didn't think. It was absolutely wonderful. And now I think we are entering the last little bit. We are about to enter the boss gauntlet, so the A-team comes back. And... Nope, never mind. Alright. I'm just going to bypass that crap. Oh, I have to do it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, these guys.
Ninjas!
Ow.
You may think that these can't be ninjas because you can see them, but there are like 20 hidden in the shot.
That's kind of creepy. Ow.
It's a very dated meme.
Oh. Wait, that's a dated meme? Because I've seen something like that on Facebook recently.
Yeah, it's old.
Really? Yeah, it was a picture. It was one of those,
I believe I was in middle school when it started.
Oh, wow. That is old. Sorry. But in internet time, that's like freaking 80 years.
Yep.
But yeah, there was a picture on Facebook.
According to the internet, we're old and crusty.
It was one of the what do you call those posters? Motivational.
Demotivational.
It was a demotivational poster where there was just like this picture of a forest. And it was like, how many ninjas do you see in the trees or some crap? And there were none. And it said like all of the ninjas.
My favorite one is the beige living room.
I don't know. You'd have to.
It's everything.
What? There's no such thing as revolving doors, only really nice ninjas? Oh, automatic door. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's kind of cute. Yeah, okay. That is kind of cute. I like that one. Alright, so we had to kill that boss again. Boring, but we were done with him real quick.
Yay.
Ah.
Hole.
Yeah, okay. Is this the... what is it? Second sub-boss? Yeah, second sub-boss. Okay. Cloaker.
Hey, behold, they've taken the bait. I guess I can spare a few minutes. Maybe they'd like to play.
Well, I take that back about 2 episodes. I think it'll be 2 more episodes from here, because I did not realize I had a second sub-boss to deal with.
Oh god, the arm movements.
Yeah. Why'd you have to point that out to me? Oh, now I can't stop staring at it.
He's like, eh.
Did I actually open the fight with attacking with Geno rather than a freaking Geno boost?
Yep.
I'm forgetting basic strategy. It's like the time I went gambling. All my strategy for blackjack went out the window. But I won $200, so I was happy. I need to go gambling again. I've been gambling since I was, I want to say 25? Mom and my then girlfriend were going to take me gambling on my 21st birthday, I think, and just, I kept having problems. I was either sick, or bored, or booked with work, and I wasn't ever able to go until I was like 25. It's fun. You should think about going. We had to go across the state line because they didn't have the river boats here in Ohio yet. Because, you know, a what? A racino? What is a racino?
Oh.
Oh. Interesting. That's very cool. I have to look into that. I like Blackjack Best of all because it actually takes a modicum of skill. I'm never a fan of the pure luck things like slots. Because, you know, slots screws with your mind. My then girlfriend played slots, and she went up like $40 and got so excited she kept gambling until she lost all that $40. And it's just like... Yeah. But she was also an idiot, so... I said she was also an idiot. I mean, she was an idiot. Like, well, I won't get into that publicly. Although I should, because I don't mind insulting her. But, yeah, she messed with me a little too much. She ran over me and took advantage of me. I wasn't happy about it. Not happy at all. So, and she hasn't changed after all these years either. Alright, so... freaking... Die Mad Adder. So this boss actually has 2 modes. Like, the first part was a fighter and a wizard. And if you killed the wizard first, then the fighter would be here and would power up Adder, Mad Adder, and he would have a lot of physical attacks. But because I killed the fighter first, the wizard morphed with him, and now he has a bunch of magic attacks. So it's kind of cool, you know, depending on which way you fight him. he actually changes a little bit.
Choose your own hell.
Yeah. It doesn't exactly give replayability to the game, but, you know, it's fun to have those kinds of options. Ah! And we are, yes, inside the factory. So this is a gauntlet of 4 bosses, and we will start the gauntlet starting in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. 2 more episodes and we will be done. Tune in tomorrow.
Yay. Ha, I got it in.